need a professional logo that best reflects your brand. Just go.
Never know who's in the audience, whether it's a few or 1,000 or whatever. But you got to be faithful when there's just a few. Tell your story when there's just a few. Be just as passionate about ideas that can change someone's life when there's just a few. Now you begin. You're not fully qualified, but you begin the qualification to someday speak to many, someday preside over a vast crowd, someday be the manager or the leader of millions. It starts in those early days to deserve it. Now, jot this down. Also give yourself a chance to change. Some things I held on to that I thought this was it, this was it. I'm telling you, after a while I gave it up, found out it wasn't it. So give yourself a chance to change. Refine your philosophy. Refine your direction. You'll give yourself a chance to do that. Here's what will happen down the road a ways. A new door will open that you haven't discovered before. Give yourself a chance to change. Reevaluate. Okay. So let your library be a testimonial of your dedicated interest in accelerated personal development, that you will read whatever you have to read. You will hear whatever you must hear, and you will watch and see whatever you must see in order to make your life refined and worthwhile and achieve all of your purposes. That's what I want this stopping station to be these 3 days. Just to come here and sit for a while and listen and ponder and take notes and work hard and see if you can't absorb, get all that you possibly can here, so that it will start to refine your life even before you get on an airplane and fly back to wherever you came, before you get in your car and drive away. What we share with you here, with whatever all the rest that you've learned, this will be a catalyst to start a process even before you get home and start working for you. Some of you are going to set some goals. We're going to do the workshop tomorrow, designing the next 10 years. Hopefully you'll come up with some new promises, some new objectives, some new ideas. And by the time we're finished here, these 2-3 days, I'm telling you, you'll see yourself able to accomplish 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more than you ever thought was possible, which will make this cost of the seminar a small price to pay. And hopefully it'll make the time you spent here small price to pay, compared to making this an investment in your future. And what will flow in terms of money and income and return and reward and respect, dignity and accolades, trophies, all the stuff that can be yours. A marriage that lasts forever, a friendship that nourishes you forever. Things that you'll find that you'll keep and treasure for a lifetime. Hopefully this is one of those weekends. It takes a lot of effort to learn. It takes a lot of effort to grow. It takes a lot of effort to decide and debate. But jot this down, it's all worth the price. Whatever stimulates you to think, whatever stimulates you to wonder, whatever stimulates you to react or even to debate. Even if you hear something you say, well, that's not right. See, that's still valuable. It means you're awake. It means you're alert. It means you're alive. It means your mind is ready to take on something, whether it's agreeable or not agreeable. Something right, something wrong. Who cares what it is? We've got to listen to a variety of voices. And some are going to come from the left and some are going to come from the right. And some are going to come from mysterious sources. And some will try to entice you with all kinds of stuff. But that's okay. Just so you're alive and alert and awake, ready to process anything that comes your way. Take the best of it and make it beneficial for you, so that tomorrow you walk with a stronger step. Next month you see a clearer vision. And a month from now, the purpose for your life is multiplied by 2, 3, 5.
Please.
That's what I want to create.
Just scream right now.
So, now to hurry and get through, because we have so many subjects to cover, let's cover now some other things under personal development. Here's one that's important as you read and as you listen and as you study and as you grow and as you take notes and as you fill up your journal. And then try to work on the ideas to make yourself valuable in the marketplace. Here's something to remember under personal development, some things I had to learn. First, steps to success. First of all, you need good ideas. Just decide right now you're going to accelerate your plan for collecting good ideas. Ideas for your life, ideas for your health, ideas for your marriage, your relationships. Ideas that stimulate. One idea sometimes leads to the next, needs to the next. And the 4 or 5 ideas in the future that really thrust acceleration into your life, you couldn't have gotten unless you went through the first one and the second one and the third one. Next, you need good plans. So we're going to talk about time management, game plans tomorrow. Need a good health plan. Traveling around the world, you can imagine the kind of health plan I have to have. If I didn't have a superb, extreme, got to underline the word extreme. If I didn't have a superb, extreme health plan, you think I could travel all over the world? People look at my calendar and say, impossible. I'm the only one that can do it. Everyone else is too young. Incredible. But I've got to be extremely healthy. I can't let up at all in terms of diet, nutrition, exercise, all that stuff in order to stay healthy. So a good health plan, a good family plan. Here's a good one, a good marriage plan. Some people just go along married with their fingers crossed. You've got to have a better plan. Some are whistling in the dark, hoping everything will work out. Not a good plan. You need a good plan for how to use the day. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Best kept secret of the rich. How to use your time. A good plan to meet the right people over the right amount of time to stimulate your life. You need a game plan for lifestyle. We'll talk about that later. So to succeed, we need good ideas and good plans. Here's the next. We have to learn to handle the passing of time. Because all of this takes time to learn, to grow, to change. Getting through the seasons takes time. The spring has a certain amount of time. Summer has time. The harvest has time. The winter has time. Learning to handle the passing of time. Jot this down if you're involved in business. You've got to give your project time. You've got to give your people time. Give people a chance to learn, chance to grow, chance to change. One of the great requirements, especially in such an industrialized, busy, mad, dashing society, and that is to have people patience. First, we exercise it with our children and our family. Getting people to work together, got to have patience, even with your family. If you're involved with independent people, it's a challenge. It's like herding cats, trying to get them to work together. Herding sheep is easy. They very quickly get going in the same direction. But try herding cats. It's like your children, different ages and different personalities and different opinions. To get the family all going the same direction, kind of working together to make things work, I'm telling you, it is a challenge. But if you'll have some patience, you can do it. Now, here's the big one, to have patience with yourself. Give yourself time to learn. Give yourself time to understand good ideas. Give yourself time to make changes and then grow into those changes. Give yourself time to refine your personality to fit the business, whatever business you're engaged in. In some, you may have to speak up a little stronger. In some, you may have to calm down just a little bit more. Just learn to refine your personality and your temperament to suit. All of us can do that, but it takes time. Have patience with yourself. We had to do that from the beginning. Learning to tie the shoestrings of your shoes. If you tried a couple of times and says, I'll never learn this, it's over. Say, no, you can't go through life with your shoes untied. Come on. Some people, maybe it happens for them a little quicker than others. Some people get the hang of it almost overnight. Someone else, it takes a little longer. If it takes you a little longer, have patience with yourself. Because patience has its own reward. Patience is a virtue of the extraordinary kind. We have to have patience with our employers. We have to have patience with government officials. You've got to have patience with IRS. You've got to have patience with the Army. You've got to have patience with the FBI. Here's a good thing to remember while you're exercising patience. Usually enough good people will finally make it right. You just got to jot that down. Usually enough good people will finally make it right. Not everyone in the community is going to toe the line and do the moral thing. But let me tell you what, most will. That's how we create a society that we can live in. Most will. Every teenager will not obey all the rules and regulations and live a model life. Not everyone will, but jot this down. Most will. Enough will. When the good Lord recruited 12, not every disciple, not every one of the 12, but it was enough of the 12 to start a movement that's lasted for 2,000 years. Not everyone, but enough will. There's only been a couple of exceptions to that rule. One was the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. God was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah for their evil ways. Abraham had a friend that lived there. And Abraham implored and said, God, if I can go to Sodom and Gomorrah and find 50 righteous people, will you spare the city? And God said, Abraham, you've been such an excellent friend of mine. Yes, I'll spare the city if you can find 50. So he searches the city, can't find 50 good people. Comes back and says, Lord, would you take 40? God says, Abraham, for you, come on, I'll do it. If you can find 40. So he searches for 40, can't find 40. And he comes back and says, would you take 30? Good Lord says, Abraham, only for you will I reduce it to 30. Can't find 30. Can't find 20. Abraham said, this is my last request. Would you take 10? God said, only for you, Abraham. So he went searching for 10. And you know the story. Couldn't find 10. That's the exception. So he said, Abraham, get your friend Lot and his family out of there because the end is coming. But that's the exception to the rule. So jot down the general rule. Most will. In a civilized society, most will obey the rules. In government, most will. Not every senator will, but what? Enough will to build a stable government and a future. Not everyone in the armed forces will, but enough will. Not everyone in the community will, but enough will. Not every teenager in this high school will, but I'm telling you, the most will. And that's how we survive in a civilized society, because most will. And that's a good feeling to know. Most will. Okay. So have patience. Next, under personal development, is learning to solve problems. By the way, having patience with the seasons takes time to develop the crop. You can't plant the seed, dig around it in a few days saying, where is it, where is it? And you can't really help. All you can do is nourish. Some people plant in the spring, leave in the summer. Just haven't got the patience to last. So next comes solving problems. Business problems, family problems, personal problems, financial problems, emotional problems. There's all kinds. Here's a good idea I found in solving problems. Every once in a while, you've got it here. I can just describe it for you. Take a piece of paper, put a line down the center of the paper, and on the left side, describe the problem. So just jot that down. A piece of paper in half, on the left side, describe the problem. Sometimes it's a good idea to take a problem out of your head and put it on paper.
All right, guys, 60 seconds. Go in your group chats one last time and let everybody know that the call is live. And if you're on the call, do me a favor, like this video. Let's put some likes into it. We already got over 300 people on the call. Like this video, and we will start in 60 seconds, guys. 60 seconds. Just one last reminder for everybody who's not here, fam. Let's go.
We'll talk a little bit more tomorrow about how to think on paper. This is one of the ways to think on paper. Our mind usually is too busy sometimes to sort things out. So if you take it out of your mind, put it on paper, what is the problem? And you just describe to the best of your ability what the problem is. And then ask this question, is that all of it? Because if you're going to prescribe something for the problem, you need to know what all of it is. When you've got it all listed, on the other side now of the paper is called answers and solutions.
Chances are you started your private practice to help people, not do all this paper.
The problem on one side, answers and solutions on the other side. And now let me give you 3 questions. 3 questions that can help solve most any problem. Here are those questions. Number 1, what could I do? So just jot that down. What could I do? Then you start developing what we call working papers. And the working papers consist of making a list of the things you could do to solve this problem. Number 1, and you say, well, number 1 would take too long. I can see that right now. Let's go to number 2. Maybe that's the answer. Number 3, no, that isn't it. And let's say you've got several points now and you've done your best to try to solve the problem yourself and you can't solve it yourself. Here's the second question. What could I read? Maybe somebody's...
All right, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go. Here we are, here we are, here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mornings with Nano. I am so blessed and I am so excited to be on this call with each and every single one of you. Can I get some big smiles in the chat, please? Some big smiles. Yes, yes, yes. Big, big smiles. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hope you guys are enjoying the audios that I play for you guys before we actually start up the calls. These audios are phenomenal. These audios are audios that help me change my situation. They change my life. I owe a lot of my success to the audios that I listen to. Like, I want you guys to know, like, I sit here and listen to them while I'm waiting for everybody to join. I usually like to start up the call about 9:20-ish, so I could give everybody a chance to get in. And once we get it started, we get it rocking. But can we go in the chat box real quick and express what is one thing that we are all grateful for this morning? What is one thing you guys are grateful for this morning? And put it in the chat box. Let us all know what is one thing you're feeling this morning that you are grateful for. All right. Let me just set this up right here on my side. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude is the source where all good things come from, guys. And I'm super blessed. I'm super excited to be here with each and every single one of you. Every day is a new day for us to grow, for us to elevate, and for us to become the best versions of ourselves. And that's what life is all about. It's all about us growing and becoming the better versions of ourselves and, growing that closer relationship with God. So that way, each and every single one of you guys can really elevate your lifestyles, really go out there and become a better version each and every single day, develop that relationship with God, become a better version of you so you can be a better son, better daughter, better husband, better wife, okay? And that's what it's all about. And most importantly, a better leader for your organization. So we are blessed and grateful to have each and every single one of you on the call. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dariana. I'm extremely, extremely grateful for the life that I live. I'm grateful for my team, the Leadership Dynasty, and the whole Leadership Academy. I'm extremely grateful for my mentors, Matt Rosa, Matt Gribby, Jason Brown, Alex Morton, Darwin Lopez. All right. Extremely grateful for, all the leaders in the organization, the whole entire team, the whole I Am Academy, all the different companies that jump on my call. I'm extremely grateful for them as well. Grateful for, all the leaders here in my house as well. Super, super thankful. Really looking forward to this. And, just understanding the importance of gratitude is very key, guys. And, I want you guys to know, then I started my morning routine Monday and I have my first client. Let's go, Carmen. Can we put some fire emojis in the chat box for Carmen? There you go, Carmen. Things are turning around. I'm telling you, once you start doing that morning routine and you get on that high vibration, things just start to work in your favor. Things just randomly, like out of nowhere, it's like it was always already there. It was just waiting for you to get on the vibration. And that's what it's all about. Grateful for my brother Jalon, who's on the call and here. All right. But, that's what it's all about, Carmen. It's about putting yourself in that vibration, putting yourself in a position where, if you want to accomplish things, you got to put yourself up there. and as long as you put yourself up there, you'll be able to attract exactly what it is that you want. All right. That's the key. The vibration. I'm telling you guys all the time, the vibration is really the key to everything. Once you get on that vibration, you start to attract everything, okay, that you want. Okay. And let's give a happy Saint. Today is St. Patrick's Day, no? I think it's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, to everybody. St. Patrick's Day. I remember we used to celebrate that back in New York. We would go to the city, and we would go into the city and have a lot of fun. I remember those days in college. But good stuff right there, guys. And the video that I was playing before this, I know a lot of people have been asking in the chat box. The video I was playing before this was Jim Rohn, Time is Valuable. That was what I was playing this morning. The audio was called Jim Rohn, Time is Valuable. All right. So let's go IG Live. Let's get this call started and let's get it rocking. All right. So today I wanted to talk about blessings that turn into burdens. Okay. And this is a training that, I should have wore a green shirt, something, right? But I don't have that today for you guys. But, blessings that turn into burdens. All right. And I wanted to make sure that everybody understood the importance of this. Okay. Because sometimes we ask for things. Right. Sometimes we ask for things and then we get them and then they turn into burdens. All right. And I want to make sure that everybody understands that you guys are asking for everything that is happening right now. All right. I haven't done this training in a long time, literally since last year. I have it right here. The last time I ran this training was April 12th of 2021. Okay. This is the last time I did this training. Okay. But last time I did it, a lot of people got a lot of value from the training. Okay. So I wanted to do it again so you guys can kind of get an idea. I know we got a lot of new people on the call, but one thing I want you guys to know is this, is that you must change the way that you look at things in order for the things that you look at can change. Okay. Burdens, we got to understand what a burden is, right? Burdens are struggles. Burdens are hard times. The times when people aren't joining your businesses, the challenges, those are burdens. Okay. Now, blessings are when things are going your way. You get new people to join your business. You're winning trades. You're making successful investments. You're making sales. Like you truly are, doing what is required of you in order for you to be successful. And that's what it's all about. Now, this is what tends to happen. And let me tell you what is it that happens to most people. Okay. And this is including me because this has happened to me in the past. Right. I was asking for, chairman, right? I was asking to make six figures. All right. But when you ask to make six figures, remember, there's a responsibility that comes with making six figures. So I was asking for six figures and I got it. Okay. I got the six figures. Right. But because I got the six figures, now I had a responsibility. Right. Because how does the saying say? Right. With great power comes what? Finish it for me. With great power comes, I'm going to let you guys finish it as I sip this coffee really quick. Type it in the chat box. With great power comes great responsibility, right? So I was asking for all this power. Yes, I wanted to make six figures. Yes, I wanted a team of 500 plus, right? But guess what? It came with so much responsibility because I had to do calls. I had to invest into my team. I had to be the problem solver. I had to put out fires. I had to talk to people. I had to take people's problems. And a lot of these things that, I had not had to do, I got to do, started to become burdens. I started to be like, man, I got to do this call. And, I gotta go put out this fire now. And I got to deal with this person. And, I got to fly to this city to go to this event. And I noticed that the blessings that God had given me had turned into burdens because of the way that I was looking at it. Okay? It was because of the way that I was looking at it. And even the challenges that I was dealing with, I'm like, yo, why am I dealing with these kind of challenges? Okay? And what I want you guys to understand is when you start to ask for certain things, when you start to ask for a goal, when you start to ask for that dream that you want, you are automatically going to get challenged because you will have to grow in order for you to accomplish that goal. You need to understand this, okay? Remember, let's say this is you right here. This is you. In order for you to attract and get the goal that you want, you need to be up here, okay? But the only way that you can go from here to here is by being challenged, okay? Because the only way that you can grow is through a challenge, all right? So people want this goal. They want it. Nano, I want to make 6 figures. I want to retire my family. I want to hit this rank. I want to do this. You're right here. The only way, listen to me, the only way that you can go from down here to up here is through challenges, because you cannot grow without a challenge. You cannot grow without a challenge. Challenges are there to grow. And what happens is we ask for that goal, we start to get challenged, and then we start to complain. We start to, be mad about it. We get frustrated. And actually, instead of attacking the challenge, instead of us pushing through the challenge, we allow the challenges to be better than us and to overcome us. When in reality, that's what you asked for. This is what I wrote down in the past. I said, you can easily turn everything you want into a blessing. Remember, sometimes the burden is a gift in disguise that comes right before the blessing. Wow. Repeat that one more time real quick. You can easily turn everything into a blessing. Remember, sometimes the burden is the gift in disguise that comes right before the blessing. I hope you guys got that one right there. Sometimes that challenge, that burden, that obstacle, all it is the gift in disguise so that you can get the blessing that you've been asking for. But some of us, we allow to turn the challenges into burdens, when in reality, the challenges are blessings. Every challenge, every burden, every obstacle that you go through in life is a blessing in disguise. It comes wrapped up like it's a bad thing, like it's there to take something away from you. But in reality, it's there to make you better. It's there to help you develop a skill. It's there to help you strengthen an area in your life where you are actually weak. But too many of us are allowing the burdens in our life to be burdens, when in reality, they're actually blessings. What have I told you guys? When something bad happens in your life, when something happens in your life, you know what you do? Pop the champagne. Pop it, celebrate it, be excited about it. You know why? Because that means that God heard your prayer. The universe heard what it was that you wanted to, and now it's giving you a challenge in order for you to grow through, because once you grow through that challenge, you will get what you asked for. That's how it works. It's worked like that every single time for me. When I get challenges in my business, when I get challenges in my life, I literally celebrate them. I'm excited about them because I'm like, yo, this is my chance. God heard what I said. God heard what I was praying for. And he said, okay, that's what you want. This is what you need in order for you to go there. you're weak in this area, I'm going to challenge you there. I'm going to challenge you right there. I'm going to make you uncomfortable there. I'm going to take this person out of your life. And it might look like at the time that it might look like at the time like it was a challenge, but I'm actually blessing you, because in order for you to go to where you want to go to, that person can't come. They don't have the character. They don't have the resiliency. If I don't take them away, all right? If I don't take them away from your life right now, then they're going to do you dirty, or they're going to do you snake down the road, and I prefer to take them away now. They don't have it. They don't have it in them. That's why sometimes you ask God to take away people from your life that don't align with your vision, and it be the closest people to you that end up being taken away. You ever notice that happen? You guys ever notice that happen to you? You ask God to remove your enemies, and some of the enemies were your best friends. Sometimes were the people that you were running with. And I was like, God, I don't know if I was ready for that one. I wasn't ready. He's like, son, this is what you asked for. You told me to take away the people that didn't have their best intentions for you, and these were the ones. Let's remove them now. They're gone. Let's move forward. Let them go. They weren't meant to be in your life anyways. They were there for a short time. They won't be here for a long time. They taught you a lesson. They did what they could while they were there. Now it's time to move on. But most people will look at that as a burden, though. Back then, Nano, I would look at that as a burden. I would be like, oh my God, and I would cry about it, and I would think about it all day, and I would talk about it all the time. Can you believe this? Can you believe that? Now I'm like, thank God. Thank you, God. I know that if that person left my life, it was because they weren't meant to be there. Thank you. Thank you, God. Pop the champagne. Let's go. They're out. They're gone. They're out. Right? Think about it like this. Let me give you guys another example. You guys wanted a business that you could grow in, that you have freedom in, that you have a community. You guys asked for this business, right? God gave it to you. And guess what? Now it's a burden for you to wake up every day. Now it's a burden for you to pick up the phone and call your prospects. Now it's a burden for you to study, go live sessions and study the material and do what it is that you wanted to do. You asked for a business that you could work from home and you could grow and you could become a better version of yourself. God gives it to you. The universe gives you what you were asking for. And now it's a burden for you to wake up early and jump on Mornings with Nano. Now it's a burden for you to pick up the phone and call prospects so you can rank up. Now it's a burden for you to study the material and read the books. What's really going on? What's really going on? Man, I got to wake up early tomorrow. I got to read this book, man. Nano said I got to journal. Let me just journal because, I don't want to hear Nano's mouth tomorrow talking about how I'm not journaling and stuff, man. This sucks. But this is what you wanted, though. This is what you wanted. You wanted a business that you could work from home, that you could do things and be your own boss and have your own freedom and make your own money and be in control. And now it's been given to you and now it's a burden. How does that make sense, family? How does that make sense? We prayed for the blessings that we have right now, but we've allowed the blessings to turn into burdens. Think about it. The business that you guys are a part of right now, majority of you guys are in business. Some of you guys are just here, all right? But majority of you guys are in a business, whether it's network marketing, real estate, credit, whatever it is, you guys are here in a business. You guys asked for that business, for that opportunity, and you've got it. Don't allow your blessings to turn into burdens. You know how many people wish they had this opportunity, guys? Think about it. We have what? 700-800 people on this call right now. Where else is there almost 800 people on a call on a beautiful Thursday morning talking about success, talking about elevation, talking about God, talking about how we're going to get ourselves to the next level? Where else? Where else is there anybody else doing this stuff? Nowhere else, guys. This is a blessing. Regardless of how hard things are, regardless of what's going on in the world, we are blessed. You turn on the news right now and all you're going to hear is negativity, 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 negativity. You jump on Mornings with Neno, you're going to hear positivity, positivity, positivity. But you're also going to hear accountability, because one thing I won't allow for my family to do is to turn their blessings into burdens. I will hold you accountable, whether you look at me and you be like, yo, this guy Nano is holding me too accountable. I'm not ready for this. He's making me uncomfortable. Guess what? In order for me to help you guys to get to where you want to go to, there has to be at least one person in your life that holds you accountable and tells you how it is. And I'm going to be that person, whether you like it or not, guys, because nobody else cares. Nobody else cares like I do. Nobody else cares enough to put you guys on to the sauce. Nobody else cares enough to show up every day, Monday through Friday, to make sure that you guys are on point. Nobody else cares, because if more people cared, you guys would already be successful. But nobody cares. You think anybody cares if you spend the rest of the week chilling on your block, relaxing, smoking weed, going out every weekend? If anything, they're going to encourage that behavior. Yeah, come out this weekend. Let's get drunk all weekend. Nobody cares. You think anybody cares if you spend the next 2-3 weeks of your life doing nothing in bed, slacking off on your business? People would encourage that. Hey, stay in bed, man. Stay in bed. You're killing it in bed. You're killing it. Keep killing it. Keep picking up that drink. Keep picking up that blunt. They'll encourage it instead of call you out on it. I'm telling you the facts right here. I'm telling you the real facts right here. Nobody will call you out if you're slacking off. People are scared to do that. I'm not scared to. You know why some of my leaders have so much respect and love for me? Because when I see them slacking off, I'll tell them straight to their face, whether they like it or not. Yo, you told me you was doing this for your mom, bro. You woke up today at 10 a.m. and you doing this for your mom? When was the last time you picked up a book? When was the last time you called the prospect up? But sometimes people need this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And understand, guys, we are all leaders. We are all leaders. Leadership is an opportunity. Leadership is an opportunity for you to lead for others, for you to be an example for others, for you to be somebody great for others. Don't look at your ability to lead as a burden. You were put in that position to lead. I've never woke up and been like, man, I got to do mornings with Nano. I don't even feel like doing mornings with Nano today, man. Mornings with Nano sucks. I don't want to do it today, bro. Never. I never woke up like that. I never woke up and said, I got to do mornings with Nano. Never. I literally wake up and I'm so excited to read, meditate, journal, do everything to jump on mornings with Nano, because this has been my biggest blessing. Never in my 3 years almost doing this business, okay, I've never woke up and said, man, I got to do mornings with Nano. Even if I fell asleep at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Matt Rosa always tells this story of when we were in Colorado. We went to Colorado for, for his music video, and we were snowboarding. Dude, I'm telling you guys, I've never been so tired in my life. And the one night, we were doing his music video, and the music video, the concept behind it was I'm done being faded. But in the music video, we had to get lit, we had to have fun, and dude, we fell asleep, no lie, like at 4 or 5 in the morning. And mind you, no, we fell asleep like at 3 in the morning, like 3, 4 in the morning. But mind you, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Seattle. So 9 a.m. is 6 a.m. there. We fell asleep at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I had to be up in 2 hours, right? I needed to be up in 2 hours, and I was lit before I fell asleep. But I said, yo, I can't miss out on Mornings with Nano. No matter what happens, he always tells that story. If you guys ever hear him, he'll always tell that story about either Tulum. There's 3 times I impressed him. It was in Tulum, in Cancun, and in Seattle. And it's because he noticed, he's like, bro, I really noticed that you really love to do it, because me, I would have canceled. I'm going to be honest, I would have canceled. But this is my blessing. I get to show up for you guys every morning. This is what I love to do. Most people would have made an excuse. I was finding a way to wake up. I woke up, I washed my face, I drank 2 bottles of water, I shaked it off a little bit, did some push-ups. And then you know what's the worst part about it? Since everyone was sleeping in the house, I had to go outside and run the call with a coat on. and it was in the winter time. So I had to run out, I had to go outside and literally do the call outside with a coat on because it was so cold. And anybody who was on the call during those days, you guys remember, I literally had to do it with a coat on because I couldn't do it inside the house because everybody was sleeping in the house. But it's important that you guys understand that, guys, these are blessings that we have here. Everything that's going on right now is a blessing, regardless of however you want to look at it. Whether, listen to me, everything that's happening in your life right now, I know it may not look like it, but it is, right? Because remember what I said at the beginning of the call. Change the way that you look at things, and the things you look at will change. Change the way that you look at things, and the things you look at will change. And that's what it's all about, okay? All right. Now, let me see something here. Let me just. So this is what, and I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure that everybody understood this. But, when we talk about the leadership aspect of things, when it comes to this business, right? Remember, like I always said, we are all leaders in our lifetime, right? Some of us are leaders in our businesses. Some of us are leaders in our relationships. Some of us are leaders to our brothers and our sisters. Some of us are leaders at our jobs, okay? Every single one of you on this call, you are all leaders, okay? But behind the great leader is also a great follower, okay? I'm a follower. I may be a leader to some of you guys, but I'm a follower to Matt Rosa. I'm a follower to Matt Gribby. I follow Alex Morton. So you must be a great follower in order for you to be a great leader, okay? And it's funny because Matt Rosa, right? He's a great follower to Christopher Terry. You see how that works? Or, yeah, not a follower, Tiara, if you want to look at it that way, but a student, right? A student to that person. And then it's funny because Christopher Terry is a student to Matt Gribby, who's been my mentor for 3 years. The CEO of our company, his mentor has been my mentor for 3 years. Can you believe that? Because I saw it in him before anybody else did. I followed everything that Gribby told me to do before anybody else did. Before anybody else did, I was like, yo, this guy right here is so valuable. Everything that you see me do today, these morning routines, the books that I read, the audios, a lot of that stuff, he put me onto that stuff. He put me onto that stuff. I owe a lot of my success and my accomplishments to Matt Gribby, right? He was that spiritual mentor for me. Matt was my life and business mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that a lot of people don't understand. And it's so key that you guys see this. All right. Don't confuse the blessings that God is giving you as burdens because you've been put in a leadership opportunity. Because remember this, everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything we want is uphill. All of it. All of it, all of it, all of it is uphill. But you know what the problem is? I want you guys to write this down. People have uphill dreams, but they have downhill habits. They have uphill dreams, but they have downhill habits. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. It'll never work like that. Make sure you tag me on that one too, because I know that one you guys are going to post for sure. So important, guys. Do not allow. And look, the only reason I mention this is because I know how many of us, especially because of where you are in this journey, I know how easy it is to allow the things that are going on in your life to be turned into burdens. Remember, you have a choice, right? You have a choice. Everything that's happening in your life right now, you have a choice. You can either choose to look at it as a burden or you can look at it as a blessing. And I know that we're all going through things. I can tell you, even though we are in momentum, I'm still being challenged. It's like they never stop. It's like they never stop because I never stop asking. And because where I want to go to, I'm still so far away from where I want to go to. There's still so many more challenges that I got to grow through in order for me to get there. I'm not making $100,000 a month yet. My mom and dad don't have that house in the Dominican Republic yet. They don't. So guess what? I'm going to be challenged every day until that happens. Until it happens. And you will be challenged over and over and over again. But what I want you to know is this: don't ever allow yourself to look at the blessings as burdens. Turn your burdens into blessings. That's the key, right? Put a 1 in the chat box if you're dealing with any challenges, if there's anything that you're going through right now, any challenges at all. Okay, perfect. Look at how many of us. Let me put a 1 in there too because we're all being challenged, right? Now, we have a choice. We have a choice. Are we going to look at it as a burden or are we going to look at it as a blessing? Guys, type it in the chat box. What are we going to look at it from this point moving forward? How are we going to look at this? These challenges that are going on in our lives, these obstacles that we're going through, these things that keep challenging us and testing us, how would we look at them moving forward? They are blessings. And you know what you do? You thank God for them. Thank you, God, for blessing me with this challenge. That's a whole different attitude towards it. Because let's look up the definition of a burden. Burden definition. The burden definition, it means, right? The first one, it says a load, a typically heavy one. All right. The second one, the main theme, or just okay, no, right? It's just it's a heavy. It's heavy. It's a heavy one. It's slowing you down. Think about it. If you look at the things that are happening in your life as a burden, it's heavy on you. You're not going to be able to carry that burden. How does a burden make you feel? It makes you feel tired. It makes you feel down on yourself. You're exhausted. Why? Because you feel like you're carrying all this weight on your back because you're looking at it as burden. You're frustrated. Man, I got to carry all of this weight. I got to carry all this weight. You're complaining about it. Man, I got to carry all this weight. Can you succeed with that attitude, guys? Yes or no? Can you succeed with that attitude? Complaining, being frustrated. And no, right? Now, and what vibration is that? Is that a low vibration or is that a high vibration? Is that a low vibration or a high vibration? It's a low vibration. And when you at a low vibration, what happens? You attract more things, more circumstances, and more people to keep you there and add more burdens to you. Now, if you look at the challenges as blessings, guess what? Now you're on a high vibration, because even though you're going through challenges, okay, you're looking at it as a good thing. Wow, I am so thankful for this challenge. I am so thankful for the life that I'm living. I am so thankful that I have to climb over this obstacle. I'm so thankful that this person was removed from my life. Remember, when you vibrate low, your hands are closed. I had my sister, Christy Stone. Huge shout out to her. When she started jumping on Mornings with Nano, she was making 6 figures. But she started jumping on Mornings with Nano, and I did a call about having your hands closed and your hands open. And I explained to her that when you have your hands closed, that means that you are vibrating low. You're not allowing the blessings to come at you, because think about it, right? If God throws me a blessing, can I catch my blessing with closed hands? If God was to throw me a blessing, can I catch it like this? Yes or no? Can I catch a blessing that God throws me if my hands are like this, right? No, impossible. He could throw me all the blessings in the world, right? For even if I try, I can't catch a blessing when my hands closed. Right? Super important. Right? So I remember telling her, Christy, you need to open your hands. You need to open your hands. The things that happen in your life are blessings to you. If people leave your business, is a blessing. Open your hands. Allow everybody to do what it is that they want to do. Okay. Allow yourself to feel good at all times. Everything that happens is a blessing. You feel good. You feel amazing. 3 months later, 6 months later, 3 to 6 months later, she was making 7 figures. Just like that. She started to look at everything as a blessing in her life instead as a burden. And you need to understand that. She changed the way that she was looking at things. She opened up her hands, and now she was catching all the blessings. Boom, 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 boom. And all the blessings, they were already there. That's the thing. That's what I always tell you guys. You guys have, some of you guys, damn, it stopped. Can everybody hear me? Check. Okay, you're back. Perfect. I don't know why it does that. It just, boom, glitched, came in and out. Sorry about that. But we're almost done here. Literally, last few things, right? And that's all it is. That's how true it is, though. That's the information right there. Too much sauce. Okay? So it's key. All right? Now, there's 3 types of people in this business, and then I'm going to wrap this up. All right? 3 types of people in this business. All right? 95% of people, the first type of people are the 95% of people. The 95% of people tell people what they do. Write this down. This is going to be some sauce right here too. The first type of people are the 95% of people, which they tell people what they do. Okay. They tell people, yo, I run a business. I teach people how to trade. I run a network marketing business where we sell, products of some sort, health and wellness, shampoo and skincare, credit, whatever it is, real estate. 95% of people tell people what they do.